I'm Rhys King.
And I'm Hannah Berney. And this is Mox News. While speaking at a Democratic fundraiser, Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley stated that access to Wi-Fi is a human right. Many have come to agree with him, as given the state of health care in the U.S., all Americans should have the right to access WebMD.
Energy drink company Red Bull has paid out $13 million after losing a false advertising lawsuit. The prosecution asserting that the product provides no functional benefit beyond a cup of coffee. The judge agreed, however, that unlike a cup of coffee, dropping a shot of liquor into your Red Bull isn't a cry for help. It's a good time.
The repository for germinal choice in California, shut down in 1999, has reopened. The sperm bank is known for only allowing donors who have proof of genius-level intelligence and superb athletic skill. Despite concerns, clients of the clinic have never found it difficult to tell their kids of how they were born. Most of the children are already smart enough to tell, given how stupid and ugly their parents are.
A man in Detroit, Michigan is offering to trade his rundown home for a new iPhone 6 or a 32-gigabyte iPad. Many believe that this offer is practically a steal, as the house in Detroit is the only thing that cannot actually be stolen.
The marriage of actor George Clooney to human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin has captured the attention of the world. But it was when Alamuddin decided to take Clooney's last name that controversy started on social media, with some calling the decision anti-feminist. Here to comment on the controversy is a pageant mom. Good evening, pageant mom. Glad you could join us.
Hey there, Hannah. Good to be on TV. Woo! Hello, America.
Sorry, but this isn't being aired. It's going straight to YouTube.
I knew that. How do you think Honey Boo Boo got her damn show? Not all of her fans know how to steal cable from their neighbors. That's something the Learning Channel will never teach you.
Pageant mom, what have you been hearing about all of this?
Oh, the gossip at my salon has not been this hot since we found out that my hairdresser is straight. Apparently, styled facial hair is just sort of a thing now.
So there's been controversy.
Well, absolutely. Half my manicure was spent just trying to figure out how to pronounce her name. The girls and I are just going to call her Jasmine from now on.
Jasmine?
Well, yeah. Her name sounds like Aladdin. Plus, Georgie is going to show her a whole new world on their honeymoon.
So your friends are buying into it, but what about magazines and websites like People and TMZ?
Well, first of all, I doubt the editors at those magazines could even spell her name. They'd actually have to look it up. Can you imagine that? Tabloid journalists actually doing research? Plus, there's no way to make a cute celebrity couple nickname out of them. The best the girls and I could come up with was I'm a loony.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm a loony.
A what?
I'm a loony.
Oh, I see. You're a loony.
What?
Pageant mom, before we let you go, we've heard about what your friends think and what the tabloids think, but what do you think is the reason that she changed her name?
Easy, Hannah. She did it because she could. She's a human rights lawyer. The woman has given her life to fight for others to make choices without fear of abuse for them. She has the right to make this decision. I am glad she didn't let other people make that choice for her. You can't force people into doing that stuff for the sake of your own image.
Uh-huh. And how is your pageant queen daughter?
Strapped to a booster seat in the car. She's such a good, sweet, pretty young girl.
Thank you, pageant mom. Good luck on the circuit.
The United States' first case of Ebola has appeared in Dallas, Texas. The Center for Disease Control has advised that until further notice, locals move to the Cowboys Stadium, as nothing ever gets caught there.
WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has revealed that the renowned whistleblowing website plans to release a clothing line. What a sellout. How could they ever use the influence of a civil rights leader to just make money? Said the kid in a Che Guevara t-shirt.
Chad Kroeger, a frontman of Canadian rock band Nickelback, stated in an interview that he thinks negative opinions and mean-spirited jokes toward his band are, quote, hilarious. I don't blame him. I mean, look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Conservative pundit Eric Erickson recently published a post on his blog supporting the Republican blockade of any legislation funding agencies fighting Ebola, entitled, fat lesbians get all the Ebola dollars. In related news, the value of a single Ebola dollar is now worth more than any of Eric Erickson's opinions.
NFL player Adrian Peterson's child abuse trial has began recently, and legal experts predict that the trial could put Peterson's career on hold for longer than the regular season. Here to comment on the NFL's recent influx of scandals is football icon John Madden. Good evening, John. How's retirement been treating you?
Ross, retirement is great. I eat like it's the regular season, sleep like it's the off season, and watch TV like it's the playoffs.
Sounds pretty quaint, John. So I guess there's no want for you to get back in the game, is there?
No, sir. I want to get back in as much as any of the players in the news right now do. Same thing holds us both back.
What's that, John?
Court order. Game of footsie beneath the broadcast booth with Al Michaels gone wrong. Remember the blackout at the Super Bowl in New Orleans a couple of years ago?
Yeah, when Baltimore and San Francisco played. What happened, John?
We got a little too rowdy and kicked the plug out. And I mean we, because it takes 2 to tango and 4 down, so turnover.
Can't say I understand, John.
Football expression. You would never understand.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't you retired then? Did you watch the Commissioner Goodell's press conference a few weeks ago?
Oh boy, it was a hard one to watch. I should know. I broadcasted Browns games for 30 years. I mean, they were so upset when LeBron left, but Cleveland's #1 export has always been losses.
Poor Cleveland. You didn't like what you saw, John?
Listen, Rooster, there's an expression for the space between the offensive and defensive lines. They're called the trenches. Any football team who wants to do well needs to own that space, taking their opponent's head on.
And so you think the commissioner didn't approach the problem right?
Oh man, I would say he looked like a chicken with his head cut off, running around trying to dodge the blame, but what he said made it clear that his head was actually up his ass. Oh jeez, can I say that word here?
That's all right here, John.
Great. Network TV can really get on your nerves. How can anyone hold back on the language when all these young bucks are doing nowadays? I mean, I went to the YouTube machine a couple days ago. Know what happens when you search Ray Rice's biggest hits?
So what's your advice for the commissioner?
Well, it's hard to explain. So let me show you using a drawing. Here's Commissioner Goodell. This is freaking everyone. Media, fans, players, women, children, freaking everybody. The scandal starts when the NFL gets word of the crime. Goodell could have passed it off to the police real quick, but he ignored them. Guess what? The video comes up, and now he tries to pass his blame off to the police way too late. See what I did there? Pass the blame. Anyway, the media is smarter. They intercept the route, or they jump the route, intercepting the ball, because they know the police sent the NFL the video right away. And you still get clobbered by the fans, the women, media, freaking everybody. The media takes the blame back to Goodell's end zone for a touchdown of a story. In the end, my advice to the league, bench Goodell.
Truly riveting material, John. The shuttle is waiting outside the studio to take you back to the home. In other news, we're going to have to cut this segment short due to budget concerns. This is Berney signing off for Mox News.